Hello and welcome to the Lads Talk podcast. I'm your host Sadiq, and today I'm once again joined by Daniel and Garis. And Jamie is hiding; he's not with us today. But I'm happy to be joined by Garis and Daniel, and I'm not going to ask them how they are. I know they're very well. But
Are you
what are
good?
you guys saying? I'm good. I'm good. What are you guys saying, Garis? You okay?
Yeah, how's everyone's week been?
Everyone's week. Well, my week has just begun. In terms of work, I school has started again, basically. Okay, and it's quite depressing. I won't lie. The 2 weeks of holiday, the good rest that I had, is gone. But I can't let it get me down too much. But yeah, have you done? What have you done with your week so far?
Nothing. We still got 1 week of holiday.
Ooh, very lucky. Daniel, is that the same with you?
Yeah, same with me.
Oh, so there's a lot of people salty right now listening to this because school has started. You know what makes it worse? You know when there's a bank holiday and then it's kind of like you get that false hope that the week is going to be another holiday, but you only get one day to rest, and then school children or people going to school, they'll have that extra added day off, which is for inset day. Like training day. Do you guys remember teacher training day?
Yeah, I remember, yeah. And we get inset
That
day off.
that was a blessing. That was a blessing and a half, teacher training day. But now for me, teacher training day is a curse because it means my holiday ends one day early. But speaking of going back to school, I thought it'd be a nice little conversation to revisit what it was like to be at school back in our days. You two, of course, most people who've been listening to the podcast know that you're at university. I miss university. It was such a good time. And obviously, I'm in work. Jamie's at work. But what do you remember? What was your main highlight that you can remember from school days? I'm talking about secondary school, by the way. Gary's gone.
Give
Tell
me
tell
time,
us
give me
something.
time. Let's give
All
everyone
right,
time
I'll
to
give you time.
think.
Go on, Daniel, the quick thinker. Daniel, give me one
Give me
highlight.
time. Give me
You
time.
need
Give
to.
me time.
Okay, since I speak a lot, I'll just say my highlight. My highlight from school, I won't lie. PE. How can you not say
I
PE is
was
your?
gonna say that you would
Well,
say.
you needed more time, brother. PE is the best, one of the best memories that I had, and something back then which used to irritate me a lot. I look back at it and I'm quite happy about it. But you guys are gonna laugh at me, I can tell you. And that's my nickname that I had in PE, especially when we played football. Do you guys know that nickname? Have I told you?
No,
Okay, so
go
in football I was called ballerina.
on. Look at them toes.
No, no, no,
Look
no!
at
Don't
them
mention my
toes.
toes, please. No, I was called ballerina because in football, like you do in football, you do like scissor kicks, overhead kicks, and bicycle kicks. So
Yeah.
obviously, I used to see people like Peter Crouch, for example, or Ibrahimovic, or someone on the TV. Like during football, they used to do it, or in FIFA, you could do it. So I was like, you know what, I could do that. On my first day at secondary school, in one of my secondary schools, I went to two. I did a overhead kick on the first day, and everyone gassed me up because like, wow, what a goal. So I used to always try to do overhead kicks and bicycle kicks, and obviously it doesn't look professional. A 4'7" kid, looking like a noodle, no meat on his body. He's just like twirling around and doing these kicks. He looks like a ballerina, right? So everyone called me ballerina,
Mm-hmm.
which used to irritate me back in school. But now I look back at it, I just thought, yeah, you know what? You guys, you respected the moves. That's why you call me ballerina. But anyway, well, Garis, you've had time to think. So what was your highlight from secondary school?
I would say football.
Football as well?
Just in
Yeah?
general, yeah. I literally
Uh,
play it nearly every day.
Lunchtime,
Yeah,
PE,
morning
break
as
time,
well. Yeah,
in
morning
the
before
morning.
before tutor.
Oh, before form class, basically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Imagine what? I live 2 minutes away from my secondary school, and school starts at 8:40. Yeah, and normally I should be leaving after 8 or 8:15. I leave before 8. So you see the dedication.
dedication. And the best part is when you're young at that age, the amount of stamina you have is amazing, isn't it? You could play football for what, 6 hours and you're still ready to go. You can keep going, keep going, keep going. And at this, one sprint at this age and, out of breath, it's done. And Daniel, what about you? What was your highlight from school?
I think it was probably my ethnicity. Ethnicity, because everyone thought was Arab up till year 11, I think.
Oh, so you were catfishing in real life.
No, but no one really asked in it. No one really had a beard, and I did, and everyone thought like this guy's Arab and everything, and I was like, okay.
Is this which school? Like in England or in?
Yeah, here secondary school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. By the way, yeah, we always mention, you're French, you're Italian. So people listening, they probably don't know. So do you want to say exactly why we say that? By the way.
You can explain.
Okay, so I might say it in the wrong order, but were you born in Pakistan?
No.
Oh, you were born in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, so your parents are of Pakistani ethnicity. You're born in Italy, but
Yeah.
you moved to France, and then from France you moved to England in year 9.
No, from France I moved back to Italy and then moved there.
Moved back to Italy and then here. At what year? What year did you come?
2013.
2013. So you must have been in oh no, you mentioned last time you were in year 7.
Yeah, year 7.
Sure. So
End of year 7.
So you coming from another country to England, did you already know English or did you have to learn it again?
No, I kinda knew. Yeah, that's why my accent is it's a bit all over the place. I used to watch American cartoons and stuff, and that's how I learned.
Okay. Yeah, my favorite word that you say is dedication.
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 Hala the hesitation.
Anyway.
Anyway.
But yeah, so one person who we know is really bad at school, or bad at education in general.
He's not here right now.
No, Jamie's better. Garris. So Garris, of course, I've been campaigning, for months now to read a book, and the book you finally bought one called "Surrounded by Idiots" by Thomas Erickson. Yeah, have you read a page?
No.
Oh, Garris, please. I was gonna ask you to give us a little bit of background about what the book's about, but Cholo, you haven't read it, so we'll have to check up on your next podcast. Remind me.
Yeah, definitely. Next podcast, I would have read something.
Mm-hmm. So speaking about school and keeping to the theme of kind of how Daniel started in year 7. So Daniel, what would you say because your experience is different from mine, because I went from like primary school to secondary school, right? But you came from another country, another education system, come to England, and you're starting fresh, starting new. What was the most kind of scary or like difficult thing about starting secondary school in England?
Let me think. The main thing was basically here in the UK. You got a timetable, and most of the time you need to walk to the classroom. Instead, there in Italy and France, the teacher comes to your place, so you just stay in one classroom, and then they just switch. That way it's easier for the kid. Yeah, you need to find each classroom and everything, and then on top of the uniform, they have no uniform back then. But in the UK there is. It's so annoying. And other than that, the hardest bit was probably, I'll say, traveling.
How did you
I
travel?
used to travel, so like
bus?
it was like half an hour.
Whoa.
So it was tram and 2 buses of it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Half an hour journey, tram and 2 buses, yeah?
Yeah.
Yikes. And so the school uniform, was it like if you miss a certain item you get shouted at or you get detention, or like what was the kind of law?
I didn't really miss, like, probably it wasn't even like missing stuff. It was like annoying to wear the same thing every day. Like, imagine just
like if you sweated in it or something,
then,
summertime, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I can relate to that, but in a slightly different way. What about Gareth?
I go and tell us.
I'll get to there. Gareth, so your transition from primary school to secondary school, what was your biggest kind of shock factor? Because it is really different, isn't it?
I actually don't know. I'm trying to think.
Let me give you a couple of ideas. For example, um, what was it like, for example, like taking your phone to school if you had
I
one in
didn't
year
have a
7?
phone.
You didn't have a phone? Oh yeah,
I'm
actually
saying
Talk
year
not
about the
true.
seven.
phone. Go on.
Talk about
Talk
Daniel?
about the phone. The phone. Talk about it when you got it and how.
Yeah, what year did you get your phone?
Year 7.
Exactly. Talk about that. What? You didn't have a phone, you just said.
Yeah. Before year 7, I didn't. But then when I
Oh,
started,
I see. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's what I was saying. So in year 7 you got a phone and you were taking it to school, and then what was like, kind of, how did that feel to carry around a phone in your pocket? Do you know what I mean? Like in primary school, that's not a concern. No one really cares about that stuff. You take your lunchbox, I guess, and you play and you come back. But secondary school is like this official world. You have to take a phone with
What was
you
the first
and
phone I
call
got? I
your
think it was a
mom.
Blackberry.
Oh, the technological advancement. I went with the Nokia brick to secondary school as well. So what
So
else?
I
the
just
What
keypad
Samsung.
else
was a
was?
Blackberry. What was the
Uh huh.
transition? I can't think, man. Uniform's been the same.
Wait, you know what's the weirdest thing, yeah, about secondary school, yeah? You have like, let's say, for example, I was in year 9 and stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
And back then it was like probably iPhone 6, I think. iPhone 6. And you had bare little kids, yeah, year 7s, yeah. They had iPhone 6, and you think in your head, like, you got year 7, like, with a £400 phone, and I'm like, what the parents doing? How can you have such a pricey phone on you?
I know, and they have no fear about it. And it's so funny, by the way. I know we said this last time, but you said £400, and an iPhone now is like 1k, £1,000, and back then it was 400, £500. Um, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know how children go to school with expensive phones. When I went to
How
school,
do they even like afford it?
uh,
It gets
well,
passed
actually,
down.
I think yeah, it could be
No,
hand me downs.
no, it was like new
Oh, I
unit.
don't
So
know.
it was iPhone 6, yeah, new gen, and then people had
Oh,
it
I
in like
don't
year
know.
7s.
Yeah, I remember. I went with my Nokia brick, yeah, one day in school, and I went to two separate schools. One was in East London, yeah, I went, and the other one was in Luton. I went to, and the school I went to in East London, it was a really rough school. So we used to carry compasses, like the mathematical compass, the with the needle
Yeah,
to make circles and stuff.
yeah,
We used to carry that in our sleeves because we were scared for our life. Yeah, I'll give you one example.
yeah,
So I went to school one day with my Nokia brick, and there was this guy from our year, but he had a brother in year 9, and that guy was like the leader
yeah,
of the kind of year 9 hooligans at the time. And he comes to us one by one, and he goes, "Give me your phone." Yeah. So what he wants is he wants us to give him our phone, so he feels a bit of power. He looks at it and then he gives it back. My mate, he's from my primary school, but he went to the same secondary school as me. He had bichara, poor guy. He doesn't have a phone. Okay, so the guy, he keeps telling him, "I don't have a phone." He goes, "Give me your phone." He goes, "I don't have a phone." He keeps making him repeat, "Give me your phone, give me your phone." The guy goes, "I don't have a phone." So what he does, he punches him in the stomach, like fully, like no warning, nothing. Punches him in the stomach, and the guy, like when you get winded and you drop your head, yeah, and then he punches him in the head. I just stood there, yeah. I don't even think I was 4'7" at that time. I think I must have been just 4 foot or something. I was looking, shaking, like, damn, man, like I've never seen someone get punched like that. And then his older brother comes and he goes to the younger brother. He goes, "Oh, what's going on?" He goes, "He won't give me his phone." And then the guy goes, "I don't have a phone." Then the older brother punches him. And then they come to me, and I thought, "Lao, I'm not getting punched today." Yeah, they go, "Give us your phone." So I take my phone out, and there's this teacher. His name's Mr. Hunt. Yeah, I'll never forget this guy. Mr. Hunt appears out of nowhere, and he sees one guy clutching his tummy. He sees another guy with his phone now, and he runs to us like Naruto. Yeah, runs to us, and he goes, "Oh, boys, what are you doing?" Comes and he separates us and everything. I just thought today, listen, either this boy in front of me was gonna punch the living daylights, or my mom was gonna kill me for giving my phone away. So either way, I just avoided a beating. Alhamdulillah, right? So put the phone in my pocket, and you got on with life. And this guy, yeah, I'll never forget. I don't want to say his name just in case, but he done this like a lot, and him and his brother and some year 11s as well. There was one time I was going to the PE building, yeah, like you go in there to change your PE kit, and they threw fireworks. So what they did, they threw fireworks at the younger, like year 7s. Yeah, we were like the targets, especially the short ones like me. Yeah, so they threw fireworks, and it went on my shoe, and it went inside the shoe, started burning and exploding inside my
Yo,
shoe. Yeah,
what the
I
hell?
took off my shoe and I threw it against the PE wall, and the PE wall was just exploding with fireworks. And then they did it to this I think they did it to a girl and her hair caught on fire, and they did it to the PE teacher. He was like a PE break time supervisor, yeah, and he had a shiny bald head, and they threw on his bald head as well, yeah. I think they burnt some of the remaining hairs he had on his head, the 3 hairs that he had remaining, and I don't know if they ever got caught or anything, because obviously we had moved house and I had changed schools by then. But yeah, like, you know, it going back to the point, like, how do kids carry around iPhone 6s? I was scared to carry on my brick iPhone, man. Not brick a brick iPhone. I wish brick Nokia in my phone. You know, school was terrifying, man. And you know, in this day and age, like, obviously, you have the physical side, like what I just described, but you also have the online side, and you have, like, you know, virtual bullying. Sorry, what's it called? Cyberbullying, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have cyberbullying, and you have the physical bullying, and you have all sorts of madness going on. But I can't believe it, like the way that children go really so freely with their iPhones. And you know, Danielle was saying iPhone 6. Now what do they have? iPhone 14, 13, you know, and then Versace clothes, and their shoes are like high end and everything. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that was just one small story about my kind of experience, especially in year 7. I'd like to say
when you said cyberbullying, yeah. Remember,
yep.
I think I watched this in primary school and secondary school. There was this one video throughout the whole of secondary school. I've watched it so many times about cyberbullying. Do you know what video I'm talking about?
No, what was it?
I don't remember, man. I don't know the name. So there was like a little, like, it was like a short film type of thing.
And what happens in the film?
Someone's getting cyberbullied, and I think the mom didn't know something, and then at the end the police came and found the guy. Basically, he was just getting bullied by everyone in the school.
So what happened? What was as in, who showed you this video? The school?
Yeah, the school. So they showed me in primary school. So I'm in primary school. Then I went to secondary. Yeah, they showed it so many times.
Yeah, it's interesting how many kind of videos they use to educate us, in it, like cyberbullying videos. There was this one about train safety. Honestly, that video scarred me for life. They showed some kids like jumping from the one train carriage to another, and then they die or something.
Animation or real life?
No, real life.
Oh.
And they showed us this in year 6. I just thought, wow, like, this is some gruesome stuff. And now, you know, I'm not sure how they educate people with this through videos or talks or stuff, but education's changed. Danielle, yeah, you've been quite quiet. I was gonna ask you, in class, yeah, like, obviously we're talking about videos and how they educate us. In class, especially from your background, yeah, what was the hardest thing? And actually, what was the hardest subject, I should say, first of all?
Probably, I don't even know, honestly. It wasn't IT, probably RE, I guess.
What, religious education?
No, it wasn't actually.
I was thinking RE.
History was.
History is so boring. Oh my goodness. So what was difficult about it though?
It wasn't even difficult. It was boring, innit?
Because of the memorizing, or just you don't care about the English history?
I don't care. That's the movies.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh yeah, let's talk about school assemblies.
Oh my
goodness.
Yeah, it was like, what was it, like 2 or 3 times a week?
Yeah.
You had 2 or 3.
8 a.m. in the morning.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
What? It's 9 p.m. for me.
No,
Not p.m.
I mean 9
a.m.
a.m. bro.
No.
No, it wasn't. It was like 8:30 to 9 a.m. And you used to do it before the first lesson.
No, for me, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's
your
after.
timetable. Your
It
timetable,
was
sorry.
8:30 to 9 a.m.
Oh my.
And half an hour assembly was like 2 to 3 times a week.
Do you remember a single thing from those assemblies?
No.
No.
Apart from
it was
Remembrance
weird,
Day,
man.
those assemblies.
Wait, you know the best thing?
God.
Yeah. The first, like, when I joined the school year, second school, like, from year 7 to year 9, yeah, I used to be like, you used to get badges and stickers and stuff.
Oh yeah, certificates.
Yeah, you're meant to collect a certain amount of stickers, yeah, and then you get a bronze badge and gold,
silver, gold, diamond. It's like Rocket League ranks.
Yeah, exactly. The first 3 years, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get the platinum one, and I was on it, fam. I used to be like proper good, fam. I was like, yeah, and I want
Yeah.
stickers and stuff, and then I got like bears the first 3 years, and then I kind of gave up. I still got bear
Is
certificates.
this
I used to
is
be
this
like a proper
secondary?
guy, man. Yeah, second school, man.
Oh man.
I was on it, man.
You know the feeling when you go home to your parents and you show them the stickers or
Exactly.
you show them the certificate and it's like that you just graduated
Yeah,
from secondary
it
school.
is.
You just oh mom look I
Exactly.
just graduated from year 7. Your mom's looking at you like you stupid idiot. Okay.
I used to get bear from this French teacher. She
Yep.
used to like me. Like I used to be like,
Is this in
Favorite
England or in
what
student.
do you,
France?
huh?
Is this in England or in
What do you
France?
call it? No, here in
Or
England, obviously.
in the French class basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
What do you call this? Teacher's puppy or
Teacher's
what do you
pet.
call
Teacher's
Teacher's
that?
pet.
pet.
Yeah, teacher's pet. Yeah. She like, cause like I knew French. Yeah, like compared to the rest of the people, they didn't really know much. I used to be like her favorite like kid, like cause we kinda relate in a way.
Uh-huh.
Cause yeah, of the living because I lived there, and so we kind of relate. I don't know how, but anyway, we're getting to the point. Yeah, she used to love me to the point. Yeah, she used to give me best stickers, man. And sometimes she would like, if someone is struggling, they would like, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, go to Daniel and we'll help you
You
out."
must
I'm
have felt
like,
like
"Damn, okay,
a
Oh,
big
you
man,
yeah,
a big boy.
supervisor, bro." Yeah, sometimes. And yeah, she used to love me. And then basically, like if you come from another country, they allow you to take the language as a extra GCSE.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you heard about that,
Yeah.
so she let me like try to do the GCSE year 9 for French. She was like, "You can pass it." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, sure." And then I done Italian as well. I got A star in the Italian one, but the French one I kind of messed up. And then I redone it again in year 11. I got like A or like yeah A or A minus something like that.
Amazing.
And yeah,
Oh yeah,
That's
staying on
really
the
I was like,
French
that's really
"Damn."
good.
topic, yeah.
That's really good, man. Honestly, sorry. Before
Yeah, French
I'm just
topic.
saying, like, it's amazing because, like you've come from Italy, France, and stuff, and then when you go to
Yeah,
the like, you didn't let go of your language. Do you get it? Like GCC, that's an easy
yeah,
GCC to just add onto your CV. You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
quite good. Like, I wish I had. I did some other languages, but yeah. Sorry, Gary, you were saying?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys experience the same thing, but I've seen it online as well, more like the last few years. But French classes, yeah, the teachers can't control the class and it gets messy. Has it never happened to you
What do you
guys?
mean this messy?
Like
As
No,
they
the
take advantage of the teacher, they're rude, they throw things. Like in my class, yeah, they'll throw rubbers. There was this one time they're throwing chairs across the classroom.
but
oh yeah, talking about highlight, yeah, for secondary school, yeah, this has to be the best one. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I'll just say it to you
Yeah.
guys, yeah. But this teacher got bullied. This guy threw a table at the teacher.
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories
Then
about
yeah,
that
he
stuff,
got
man.
expelled. He got expelled, and then he came back here when it was his birthday. I don't know how he sneaked in here. He pressured the teacher to get like pizza for the whole
Oh
class,
my
and he managed
God.
to do that. The same teacher that got bullied, yeah,
Somebody like
she ended up buying pizza for the guy, yeah, because she got so shook that he's gonna try to do something else.
That's really messed up, man. Honestly, shall I tell
That
you,
was the highlight, bro.
Shall I tell you the reason for that? Yeah, I'm telling you, some teachers don't have good behavior management in class, man. Like their behavior management is, I'm gonna shout at you and you're gonna listen because I'm scary enough for you to listen
yeah.
to me. Do you know what I mean?
That
But
that is
you know
most
that
teachers in secondary
I'll
school
tell
though.
you, something. Yeah, you definitely remember like loads of teachers, but
Yeah, I do, man.
there's two you'll always remember. There's one, the one who's like an extra parent for you, yeah, and the other one is the one who's the biggest waste man or waste woman, but they scared you so much, but they benefited you in life after you left. You know, those two teachers you'll always remember. Like there was one teacher who's so nice, you're like, oh yeah, that's the safest teacher that I learned in their class. Plus they were safe to me. And then the other teacher is, the one that shouts at you for no reason and gets you into trouble and is super strict on you, but you always remember their lessons. Do you guys have that? Or is that just me?
Not really. I was like decent guy, so I had like decent
Oh, I
teachers.
say shout at me. I mean like shout at everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like is genuinely strict, generally
No,
strict.
I get what you're saying, Sadiq. I get what you're saying.
But did you have any teachers like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I
What teacher?
guess.
What subject would it be?
I
Um,
think it was PE.
there
Yeah,
was
in year 7. And what we gonna
uh,
answer at the
I
same
think like
time?
there was a few business, English. What else? Oh yeah, geography.
Are,
Yeah.
are these all the strict ones?
No, no, this was a nice one. No, no. Strict, yeah. It's for me. It's not one in it. From the strict and the nicer ones, there's like a few. Do you get me?
Yeah, man. And then the nice ones, you know what? They always go out of their way, like extra out of the way in it for you. Like for example, lunchtime. When they come by and they talk to you, and you feel a bit special that this teacher is. Normally they don't talk to me, but they today they're talking to me. I'll tell you something. I used to do in my old school. During lunchtime, you check. During lunchtime, sorry, you check. During lunchtime, you check on the children's lunches, yeah, to see if they're eating healthy and stuff, right? um
Hmm.
and I just remember like checking some of their lunches, and like they've all got extravagant things. They got all the nicest crisps and chocolates and everything, but I remember my own lunch at their age, and my lunch never changed from I think primary school or secondary school all the way until year 11. My lunch never changed. Yeah. Do you guys want to know what my lunch was?
Go on.
Yeah,
Is
go on.
two I call them Nutella breads. Yeah, so it's just two pieces of Nutella, two pieces of bread and Nutella spread in between them, yeah, and
Yeah.
then cut in
Uh-huh.
half, yeah. Two Nutella
Yeah.
breads and a bottle of water.
Yeah.
That was my lunch every single day from year 7 to year 11. That's all I took, and no one ever noticed, yeah, until like in year 11 there was this one day, the year 11s were just eating lunch alone because we had GCC mocks or something. And there's this one guy, he goes, you know what? I just realized Sadiq has been bringing the same lunch every single day for the past 5 years. And that day, everyone got their crisps, their chocolate, their drinks, and they were like, Sadiq, you have a piece of this. And they were treating me like I'm so,
Like a prince, like
neglected
a
or
prince.
something. I felt like a prince that day, honestly. It was like one of my nicest memories, yeah. The way they were all just like stuffing my area with just food and food and food. And I ate so nicely that day. But yeah, it's like that school. I really like that school because it's like a family environment, which
Yeah.
begs the question. What kind of schools did you guys go to? So I'll start with Gareth. What school did you go to, or
Boys,
what kind
and
what kind of school?
it was a public boys school.
A public boys school, all boys, yeah.
The old boys, yeah. Because some schools are
Okay.
grammar in it, but unfortunately, I didn't get the grade.
Oh,
No
fair.
wonder you like this.
Yeah, man. He
What?
still hasn't opened a book.
Wait, I want to ask Jamie. Can we call him right now and ask him?
What?
If he says yeah, it's not mixed, I'm gonna be laughing.
What?
Crazy.
What school he went to?
What kind of school he went to?
As if it was
Um,
mixed or not mixed.
Yeah, exactly. Ask him right now. Call him.
will he pick up? Actually
I
no.
don't know.
Oh wait,
Let's call
I
him
can
right
call
now.
him. I can call him. Just
Yeah,
give
call
me
him.
one moment. But before that, Danielle, what kind of school did you go to?
I went to a mixed one. It was a public mixed school. I went to the same one.
Okay, give me one moment. Yeah. Wait, same one as Gareth?
No.
No, as in like same one. I didn't change it.
Oh, public mixed school. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, I
Yeah.
had the same one now. Okay, let me call Jamie. Yeah, give me a second.
If he says yeah, it's not mixed. Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna be laughing. No wonder he's
Who picked
Hello,
up?
Jamie. Hello. Listen, we're recording the podcast, as you know. Very quick question for you, because we need you to get in and give us an answer, okay?
What?
We need an answer from you about something, okay?
Go on.
Okay, so what kind of school did you go to? Was it mixed? Was it all boys, all girls?
All boys.
You went to an all boys school, yeah? Okay, Danielle was Danielle was correct. Okay, that's all we needed. Do you want to just say hello to the podcast, yeah? He just hung up.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Okay, all right.
Yo,
So we
did
got our
you see
answer.
that? Great.
Okay. So Gareth went to an all boys school. Jamie all boys school. Danielle mixed school, and I went to an
Mix.
Islamic, Islamic independent boys school. Yeah. So
That doesn't make a big difference, you waste man. At the end of the day, it's still mix, not mix.
It's still boys' school, yeah. No, but I say the Islamic
but
part
still.
because there's some things you won't see that you see in a boys' school. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of censored, shall we say? And the culture is
No, but they
different.
still do, bro. It's still the same, but
No,
it's more like on the private side.
it's private,
Ain't
yeah.
as public. Yeah, but still,
No, that's
doesn't mean
true,
it
but
doesn't happen.
the school size is
But
really
point
small.
is, yeah, it makes sense now.
No, the
Like
school size is really small
my
as
whole
well.
life
So
was
there's
spent.
like there was about 60 of us to 100 of us.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah, it was like a little family. Do you know what I mean? So the school environment was quite nice
What kind of family? Huh?
compared to like normal public secondary schools. The vibe was nice. You didn't have to worry about bullying as much. It still exists, of course. I've been punched up a few times, but the environment was really nice, and I really enjoyed it. But can you guys say the same for your schools? Like, was it always nice? Did you ever go to school scared or afraid for your life?
Not really. It was alright, you know. You know, like some people, yeah, they get bullied right away. I don't know. I didn't really get bullied that way, but yeah, I wasn't like the quiet kid. I wasn't like the loud kid. I was just in the middle. Well, I never really got bullied like that. But yeah, there was this like I think it was one whole year. I don't know. I said something, yeah, and then this guy, yeah, you know, like my surname, yeah, the teacher was saying my name, I think, and she said or something like that. And the guy was like, and he kept on saying it to me every for the whole year, fam. I got so pissed. I was like, shut up, man. Like, what are you annoying me? The whole year was like, where you going? And I'm like, shut up, man.
Uh,
Yeah, it was
Have you ever
yeah,
been
that
in
was the
a
annoying bit.
Have you ever been in a school fight though?
Not
Now
here.
we're getting into the
No,
juicy ones.
actually, I did, yeah, but once. That's it.
What
Oh no!
happened?
If you talk about it, it's a long story. People go punched up.
Give us, come on, give us one juicy story about a school fight. Gone
Oh, hey.
No, Italy.
Oh, there.
in this
Well,
country,
basically,
either one,
this
either
guy,
one.
hey, it was this I think he was Indian. This guy was very annoying and I punched him up. At the end of the day, it was like what year 8 to year 9. But by the time I left, yeah, we became friends. Not even friends, but we was cool at the end. Yeah, but it was weird, you know. Them nerds, yeah, they just like walk around. They don't have no one to talk to, and they just come to you and they annoy you, and then yeah, they run behind the teachers and they're like, "Oh yeah, you fat." No, you're not allowed to say that, but you fat guy or something. And then
No,
you say
I'll
something about your
censor
mom.
that.
Yeah, and then they run away or they try to find a teacher and they just hide there to leave, and then they keep on doing that. Anyway, he grabbed him, I punched him up, and then he kind of stopped. And then if you go back to Italy, then it's a long story.
No, say the juicy one there, man.
Don't, no. We'll expose Daniel when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Okay, when we're
Yeah.
making the
Yeah,
YouTube
that's
money.
a long story, boy. I used to be a bully back then. Oh my.
It's adding up now. Gareth, what about you?
What do you mean?
Have you ever been in a verbal or a physical fight at school?
Not secondary, no. Only once in primary.
In primary?
Yeah, but secondary, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
What fight were you having in primary? That's such a weird place to
I
have
don't
a
remember
school
the
fight.
fight. I just remember me and the other guy just in the rain, just punching each other up. I don't know. I don't remember.
What?
I can
What,
just
is this
imagine.
like a Bollywood
just-
movie, fam,
I
in the rain.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no,
But
school
then he
fights.
came to my secondary school, and then yeah, all calm, all good.
Fair. At least you made up with them. I can't say the same for my one.
Alright, go on.
My
Oh,
one,
you won.
my one though, yeah, it's so embarrassing. It's like it was a fight, yeah, but it's such an embarrassing fight. Basically, there was this guy. I always have to mention this, yeah, because insecure. No, I'm joking. I just have to mention it. But I was 4'7", right? I was very short, and in year 9, I was just starting to hit my growth spurt, starting to grow up. Yeah.
Oh, don't even talk about height, man. But you can come back to me later. But you carry on.
So I was just starting to grow up. Let's just say, yeah. And there was this guy in our class. He was very annoying. At the time, I'm sure he's a very nice person now. I've not seen him around, but at the time he was very he was being very, very dodgy. Yeah. So what I mean by that is, like I said, it was an Islamic school, right? So you have a sense of morals and kind of values, like you take it a bit more seriously, or at least I did. Yeah. And anyone who, maybe someone's listening to this and they remember me, but I was very dopey as a child, and I wasn't the smartest tool in the shed. But I feel like if you remember me, perhaps you'd remember me that I take things a little bit too seriously, and I didn't used to like joke around and mess about until year 11. Then that's when I started loosening up a bit, but I was a very uptight person. Yeah. And there was this guy, he was going around our year group and he was selling phones, yeah? And I say selling phones with an emphasis because he was pretending to sell people phones, yeah? £70, £80. And back then, with what? It's not like now. £70, £80 was like £700 now, do you know what I mean? So he was taking people's money and he was saying, yeah, I'll bring you the phone next week. And he never would. He would just miss school. So loads of people called him out on it, and he learned this trick, yeah? If you hit someone hard enough on the back of their neck, they like lose consciousness, so they faint, yeah. And he did it to one of my close mates at the time, and he done that trick on him. But the guy, I don't even think he antagonized him or anything. I think he just had a little bit of a disagreement, but he made him faint, and he stole his bag and ran. If I remember correctly, yeah? He stole his bag and ran, and obviously I had to take that too seriously. So when he came back after 2 weeks, yeah. And I go up to him and I say to him, what's it called? Hey, you're a insert not nice word. Basically, you're a chicken, yeah? You run away, you hit people and then you run away. What kind of person are you? And then I say, shame, haha, you're such a little wuss, you're such a little chicken, okay? So I say that to him. And at lunchtime, so he remembers that, he just walks off. At lunchtime, there's this massive guy, yeah? Like, he was in our year, but he was held back a year, so he was in our year group. He had 21 days, the game.
Yeah.
So his day was the next person who walks through the main entrance, slap them in the back of the head, yeah? Like as hard as you can. And obviously I had to just walk through. I was sweating from football as well. And he walloped me on the back of the head, slapped me so hard. And I just dropped, and I just remember thinking like, I got such a horrible headache from his meaty hand just slapping me, yeah? And as I'm down on the floor, that guy, he comes up to me and he says to me, haha, shame, you're down on the floor like a little blah, 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 right? And then obviously triggered, fully triggered. So I got my friends, we were waiting outside the science class. And science class, this is not the place where you mess about. It's not the place where you have fights. It's not the place where you say swear words or anything like that, because you're getting done, okay? That teacher, he was the scariest teacher, okay? And you just don't mess about, okay? It's just not a thing that you do. So we're lining up, and plus it's an Islamic school, yeah? So we're lining outside of the class, and I say to my mates, because I'm triggered, I can't even be patient or wait after school. I say, listen, let's play 21 days. Whoever gets the number 21, go slap him, okay? So obviously these friends of mine, they thought, listen, you got beef with him. What are you trying to get us done for? So they make me lose on purpose. And then I thought, oh, you know what? Adrenaline is rushing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. So this is Islamic school, by the way, yeah? So on his head, there's this turban. It's like a white turban. Okay, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Arabs wear it sometimes. It's called, in Urdu, I think. Daniel, do you know pagri? Pagri? Yeah, that turban, the white turban, yeah. And he wears glasses as well. So he's like double my height. And I just look at him and I go, this is a dare, yeah? That's all that comes out of my mouth. Nothing clever, nothing smart, nothing cool like the action movies. This is a dare. And I just slap him. And you can just imagine my teeny weeny hand hitting his face like tap, yeah? And I got annoyed, like, hang on, why didn't he move? Like, he didn't even blink. And I go, sorry, that wasn't hard enough. Whack, yeah? Slapped him. His glasses went wonky, his turban went flying. And obviously his beast mode activated. The guy starts throwing his hands at me, trying to get the back of my neck, like whack, 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 whack. And I'm tiny. He can't touch me. This is the first day I was proud to be a little midget, okay? I start uppercutting every single shot I'm taking at his jaw. Whack, 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 yeah? And you know me, I can't just have a fight normally. I have to scream and shout and start swearing at his generation, his whole forefather's forefather. Okay, I'm swearing at his pet. I'm getting his goldfish involved in this fight. Okay, and the guy's just trying to hit me and he can't, like, he's not doing any damage, but I'm just repeatedly punching him in the jaw again and again. That's all I can target. Like, he was too big to aim at his tummy. I thought maybe like Kung Fu Panda one, he would reflect back at me. So I'm just punching him, and suddenly, this guy, he's I think he's a not UFC. What am I saying? He's like a mixed martial artist now. Yeah, he's had a couple of fights. I've seen them on YouTube. He runs and he just spears me to the ground, and he like holds me down. He's like, Sadiq, shush, be quiet, calm down, relax. And he's like holding me there, and he's keeping me down. He's like, calm down, calm down. And I'm like, you get off me, I'm gonna beat you up as well. I was thinking I was in Hulk mode, like I'm gonna beat everyone up. Yeah, tiny little Sadiq. And he's like, no, calm down, shush, shush, shush. And then there's another guy. He's such a lovely person, yeah. He comes and he's like my high, and he's like a chill guy. He goes, Sadiq, you're a bit angry, yeah? You calm down, Sadiq. And he's like saying stuff like this to me, and it's just like I listened to that and I thought, okay, I need to just relax now. And everyone else the other guy's trying to like trample on me, because obviously now I'm on the ground, and everyone's holding him back, like, nah, you lost this fight, move from here and everything. And I just remember that was the fight. And then obviously I'm being held down, and when you're younger, it doesn't happen anymore, but when you're so angry you start crying.
Oh,
So I'm just there bawling my eyes, like, oh, just crying. But yeah, that was my fight from high school. Like, you expect fights now the way they're on YouTube, like so tough guy attitude stuff, but that was the kind of fights that I had back then. And it was very satisfying. That's the day I didn't feel 4'7" anymore. I felt like I was 6 foot something. At least I could have been a basketball player. I could have beaten Mike Tyson that day. Do you know what I mean? The adrenaline rush. But it's so funny because you guys say that after your fights you're cool with the guy. This guy, he never came back to school after like a week or two. He didn't come back to school. He left, and he stole people's money. There was so much people got involved with the police and everything. There's like all sorts of drama that happened after that. Not with me though, luckily. But I never got the opportunity to be his friend or make amends or be chill with him and whatnot. And I just find that's a shame, because when you have these fights and stuff with people in school, it's better to calm it down and resolve the issue, because you know what it is. Even your friends that you have in high school, after high school or secondary school is done, how many of them are you actually friends with still? I can't count them on my finger. Before I could count them, 20, 30, 50, but I can't count them.
No.
You can't, like, not everyone is your friend. And then in the same way, the people you hated in school, they're probably the most chill with you right now, and you probably just laugh at the past that, we swore at each other, or we said something bad to each other, but now we're chill. What about you guys? Is that the case for you, or?
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree with you. Well, once you leave secondary school, all the people what you call friends, they're not your friends now anymore. I mean, I have a few, but like you said, it's not 20, 30. But yeah, I actually have a few. Or not, but yeah, not everyone now.
But do you keep in touch with them on a regular basis, or is it?
Nah, because we're busy now. Because life's different right now.
Yeah, but like, for example,
Life is different now.
none of us four went to the same secondary school, but
No.
arguably we're very close. We talk to each other every single day, and things like that. But these secondary school friends who we used to talk to every single day, they're not
They're gone.
anywhere to be seen. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, they're still there. You still talk
No,
to them.
as in no. As
catch
in
up.
the other people. There are some people where you just zero contact. I'm talking about them.
Yeah, of course, that's it. And it's sad, isn't it? It's sad because you did have a relationship with them at one point, and it feels sad that when you see them, it's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Whereas just yesterday, it feels like yesterday, hey, oh yeah, come, let's go play football, and it's just like a normal thing. What about you, Danielle? Do you keep in touch with anyone from your secondary school?
No, I deleted every single person.
Why?
It makes sense. Like, why am I gonna have people that I don't talk to? It's kind of done by it.
What, did you not have like a best friend in secondary school? Or a close
I had
friend?
3 of them, but I deleted them after. We kind of stopped talking, and then just deleted them. And I have this thing here. Let's say, for example, you post on social media and stuff. I really care who the people that are watching me, because why am I gonna have people that I don't trust on my thing? You don't really know the intention behind the person, so why risk getting nazar, for example, from randomers? Why you don't talk to them? So what's the point of having them? You're gonna act fake in a way because you don't really care about them. But if they do pop up, you're gonna say hi, and like, why you don't give a shit? That's why you don't talk to them. So why are you gonna reply now? This doesn't. If that makes sense.
I think I understand what you're saying. Like, it's almost like we don't talk anymore. Okay, we don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
We don't interact with each other, and suddenly you're checking up on
Yeah.
me to see like what. I understand you don't really trust people that easily, especially if they don't check up on
Yeah,
you.
that's why I deleted them. It's just a waste of my time.
Oof, it's
I don't.
bit harsh.
Guys, the same.
What do you say?
Oh,
No, but
by
I've
the way,
been like that since time.
sorry, Garris. Yeah, you know he said. You might know this. Nazar. Nazar means like evil eye. Okay, jealousy basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
You learn
so
something new every day.
yeah, so he's basically saying that why would I want someone to be jealous, why would I want someone to follow me on social media
No, I
when
understand what you're saying. No,
perhaps,
no, I understand everything. It was just that one word.
yeah,
But yeah, I get it. You're not really like close with the person, and you never know what their intentions are, whether it's good or bad. So why risk it? Type of thing.
No, remember I told you like I deleted every single
Yeah, you
person
told me. Yeah, you
first.
told me. I
Like
remember that.
it's just a waste of space, and what am I gonna do? We don't talk. So what's the point of having you? That makes sense.
could I ask, like, when you
It's
see,
kind of acting fake. Like for example, let's say you had a friend, yeah, who, for example, not even a friend, like someone that you knew, yeah, and you didn't talk in years, yeah. All of a sudden you need something from him, and then you message him, and you need to act all fake and be like, "Oh yeah, basically, how's life and everything." Like, I don't care I don't give one shit about your life, you know. I just want this one thing from you, and that's it. Then I'm gonna go. It's a bit weird, like you're using them in a sense. Does that make sense?
yeah, that makes sense, I get you, but could I ask, do you, like, if you were to come across a friend from a previous friend, ex-friend from secondary school, and you look at their
Yeah.
life, what they're doing, what they've achieved, for example, how do you feel when you see that stuff?
Personally, first of all, I wouldn't look at their life, and second of all, I wouldn't care less. And if they are doing good, yeah, I'll just be like, oh, like alhamdulillah, like you're doing good and stuff. And yeah, props to
So let's
them
say
if they are.
your paths crossed with someone from secondary school. What's the first thing you
Yeah.
say to them, or do you just blank them and walk away?
No, just say hi and that's it. You good and just like normal, innit? Just say salam and that's it, bro. Are you good? And if the person is good, fair enough, and just move it, bro. And if they ain't good enough, then like I couldn't get less, and you just move it.
That's fair. Gary, so do you share the same sentiment, or
Yeah, yeah. It really depends on the person, how we were in secondary school, and and everything. And yeah, I'd be the same as Daniel. If they're good, just say simple hi, how are you? And then just in my head, like, well done for whatever, like, the position they are in now. And yeah, and then if it's someone that I don't like or that's not good, then just why would I care? You get me?
mm,
You know, like back in like secondary school, yeah, there was this whole thing about having a certain amount of followers or a
Yeah, I
certain amount
remember
of
that.
it
Oh
still
friends
it
on
still
my,
exists,
Facebook.
to be honest? But yeah,
like,
No, I don't think it is no more. Like, yeah, I used to have that thing back in the days, and then Snapchat score, people used to flag something like, "I got 100,000."
yeah,
Nowadays, like, oh, why am I gonna waste my time, on someone who I couldn't care less about? Does that make
now what I
sense?
realized from secondary school, yeah, is the
Small
saying,
circle. That's what I'm trying to
yeah,
say.
like you'd rather have
Private life.
less friends who are actually real or close than rather have like a million who are fake. That's what secondary school reminded me of, like sometimes when I think back. But do you guys agree?
Yeah,
that's a
definitely.
solid quote, to be honest. Like, anyone can live by that. What did you say that one again?
I
You'd rather
forgot the
have.
quote. It's something like it's along the lines of would you rather have a small group of circle of friends who are actually what's how can we say this? Who are like not fake, or would you have a million people who are fake?
Yeah, it's kind of like, would you rather have a million basic friends or a small circle of loyal friends,
Yeah,
basically? Yeah.
that's a loyal. That's a loyal. Yeah,
But then depends what's the definition of friends? Like someone that you just talk to,
That's
or
another
someone
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
you're actually right. Because
you
there's,
rely on.
like in school, everyone is your friend. Do you know what I mean? Oh,
yeah,
I know him. He's my mate.
yeah,
But they're not actually your friend. It's just I know them. Acquaintance is called. Yeah.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
how many? Like, okay. Here's the question then. You guys have done school, yeah?
yeah,
You've left school. You went college even. That's where you guys met Jamie as well. No, you met each other and Jamie.
yeah,
No.
yeah. In college.
So you met each other and Jamie, and then how did I'm curious here. How did you guys like? How did you become friends? You three. What was the story there?
Okay, let's talk about.
Oh my god.
I let me start. Let me start this. Me and Jamie's friendship was so forced because this guy,
Forced out.
he was forced like to the max. Yeah. Basically, I don't like. He didn't really hang with many people. It was only 2 people that he met in, I think, year 1 or something in college or whatever, and I kind of talked to them in a way. We wasn't really friends, yeah. But anyway, we went to this one route. We had the same class, I think, and then because of that, yeah, we kind of started talking. I was like to the guy, "Oh yeah, do you have a PlayStation and stuff?" The first week, yeah, this guy was like, "Oh yeah, I don't play games and stuff." And then the second week, yeah, he was like, "I do play." And then I asked him for his username and stuff to play with the guy. He didn't give it to me for like 3 weeks. And when he did give it to me, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm on after." So I'll be like, "Oh yeah, after this lesson, I'll be on here." And he wouldn't turn up. And he kept on going like that. But then, yeah, we managed to play, and we started playing Fortnite. And then, yeah, he tried, like, he opened up and stuff.
So you forced him to open up. You forced friendship
Exactly,
on the guy.
I did. Now you can ask him. It was so forceful. It's like he wasn't trying to chat to no one, and then somehow managed to get in there and look at us now, bro.
But let's be honest here,
It's meant to
Jamie.
be.
Jamie, if you're listening to this part, comment down below. Okay, let's test Jamie. Actually, we're not going to tell him anything. Jamie, if you listen to this podcast,
Let's
in
call
the
him after
comments.
this. Ask him.
No, don't
No,
tell
no,
him.
no,
Don't
no,
tell him.
no, no.
In the comments below, Jamie, yeah, write down if what's it called, if that's a true story or not. Okay, let's see if Jamie's listening. All right. The second thing I was going to ask you, Daniel. Don't you think, even though you forced that kind of friendship upon him, yeah, don't you think, right now, I'm sure Jamie or like people who make friends in that accidental way, yeah, rather than, you know, kind of feeling like they have to be friends with them, yeah, they probably appreciate their friendship a lot more. Like Jamie's still here, you know what I mean, and arguably he's one of your closest friends. Do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
and Gary's
He's
gone.
one.
What were you going to say? You're going to
Oh my
elaborate for us.
god, this is something else. So we were all in the same class. The first week I didn't really talk to these two, and then
You got names? Some respect.
Danielle's very particular about names.
sorry, Daniel and Jamie. But
Exactly.
then I think after the first week, yeah, in first year, then I went to like that side of his friendship, less the people that he's hanging around with. Sorry. And then, oh my god, I think it was 2-3 days yeah straight. This is there's an Insta post about this. So he was like, "Do you smoke?" And I was like, "No." And he didn't believe me, so he asked me twice. I don't know if it's 2 days in a row or 2 different days, but basically it was around that time, the beginning. And I said no. And in my head, I was like, "What? Does this guy not trust me or anything?" And then I told him that I walk. So basically, when I come to lesson, there's the front way and the back way, and I'll come from the back way because I live far from college. So I have to go through the smoking area and people smoke. So that's how the smell's on me. And then I told him, then he's like, "Oh."
So Daniel was checking your eligibility to become his friend
Yeah.
first. So he's doing a full
And
survey.
then,
Like,
But you know what's the funniest thing, yeah?
oh yeah, let me
There
finish,
was
man.
this post Insta he's talking about. Wait,
Okay,
let me
yeah.
just say it. There's this post Insta, and it was like, "Oh, how many friendships started from this one question? Oh, do you smoke?" And we can relate so
Yeah,
much to
I
that.
said that too.
It's so weird.
as in because you reminisce of the OG friendship.
Yeah, that's how it started, didn't it? Do you smoke?
Exactly.
Well, because of that magical question, arguably because of that question, that Daniel asked you, that's why we're all friends right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, Daniel's to thank. Yeah, Daniel's eligibility checker. So anyone who wants to become Daniel's friend, please do send us an application. Please make sure you tick no on the do you smoke section.
Yo, if you think about it, give me like one moment, yeah. If you think about it, I got Jamie, yeah, to
Yeah.
be my friend, and then I got Garris, yeah, to be my friend. Garris met Jamie because of me,
Oh yeah.
and then you go to him, yeah. We go to Sadiq from there. I said something on the Fortnite thing,
You
and
said
then
Saad.
he replied, Sadiq. That's what I said, yeah. Then he became friends. And then from there he met Jamie. Like, he became friends with Jamie and then Garrus. So, like, I'm the main guy
You are,
here.
you are.
So say thank you to me right now, bro.
That's
Say
it.
thank you right now.
You know, then that sounds like something that an NPC would say, innit?
What? Shut up, man.
You see, anyone listening, you know, that's what you call an NPC rambling. Yeah, you know, you hear the side
Shut
characters
up.
talking. No, Daniel is the glue. He's the glue.
Nah, say
He's a sticky guy.
sticky guy.
Sticky.
Let's not talk about you tools.
Sticky.
You know, everyone, ignore the 12 comment, please. Yeah. What I was gonna say is, oh yeah, so it was I was talking about college, becoming friends in college, and
Oh yeah,
you
let me
know,
finish. Oh yeah, let me
and
finish
then
my one.
obviously, yeah, go for it, please.
Oh yeah, and then with Jamie, yeah, like what Daniel said, it took time for me as well. He didn't really talk, and then I think again through Fortnite, then he slowly started to open up as well, the same way.
Through online when you played
Yeah,
online,
so the
basically.
same way that he opened up to Daniel slowly, that's how he did to me as well. Like, cause they were first friends, first in it before I came. So then when we go on our lunch break to the corner shop, he wouldn't really talk to me and stuff, and in lesson as well.
I was the middleman. I think I
Yeah,
played enough though.
but arguably now, you know what it is. That awkwardness, you know, the fear in Jamie's eyes when he saw, what's this Asian boy talking to me for? What kind of mess does he want to get me into?
That's how I felt about it.
No, you know that awkwardness because of like online stuff and, you know, PlayStation, for example, Xbox, whatever. I feel like that helps a lot with breaking that barrier down of shyness and awkwardness and social anxiety. Do you know what I mean? Or am I thinking too deeply?
Oh, I think it does, honestly.
It does, isn't it? Like you get rid of the awkwardness that, you know, what could be hiding, and it's mainly because everyone in gaming starts messing about, and you know, if you're comfortable enough to mess about with someone, you're comfortable enough to be a good friend to them, you know. Um, but I was gonna ask. So college, obviously gone. You guys are still in university. Have you guys made friends in university, or is
University,
people?
it's completely
No,
different,
we are
man.
fine.
The thing with us is, yeah, it's completely different than to people other years like before us and after, because for us it was lockdown, man, COVID, so it kind of like took away that experience, if you know what I'm trying to say.
No, of course. And also university, because of the individual assignments and, you know, the stuff like that. This is just my personal opinion. When you go university, it's really difficult to make friends for life. It's more you make friends for assignments. And I don't.
Oh my
It
God, that's
sounds
not
it sounds bad to say that out loud, but that the way when people were. Yeah, when people were trying to befriend me, I had a gut feeling it was because they probably thought I'm smart. Jokes on them because I'm dumb. So but you know, when they befriended me because they thought I'm a smart person. But alhamdulillah, like even at university, I found some good friends, and they weren't just for assignments. The best part was because they weren't from the same course as me, so I knew they were friends to be friends.
yeah.
But with you guys, do you have like I'm kind of repeating the question, but do you guys have friends who you
No,
think
no, just
they're
straight up
all
no,
assignment friends?
just
Yeah.
no. Without friends for life.
Should we be honest? I did kinda, but not in person, online. Yeah, but the reason we didn't have as many friends, yeah, actually we got zero friends
Yeah,
in real life. First of all, we couldn't care less, yeah, about making friends. That's how I feel, at least. Second of all, we didn't have enough chances to actually go in. Yeah, I mean it's our own choice here, but we didn't go enough into uni to be making friends.
Yeah.
So far, in the 3 years, not 3 years, but like
coming
maybe
up to
2 years and
coming up to
whatever.
3 years.
Yeah, coming up to 3 years, we only went probably, let's say, max 10 times. That's it.
No, I
That's
went
true.
a bit more than you, but not that much.
You went 10 times to university.
Yeah.
No, I went a bit more than that. I went to lab last year.
Oh yeah, this guy
I went a
went.
bit more than him. No,
He made one friend.
yeah, but
Kinda,
never.
I guess.
Yes.
I made a proper decent friend, but
Stuff happens
they're
in
not here
life.
no more.
They're not here no more.
Sadly.
Inna
As
lillahi
in,
wa inna
like,
ilayhi rajiun.
No, not that way, bro. They're not here anymore. As in, I deleted them.
Oh dear. Um. Oh, that's sad to hear. But it goes back. I'm trying to go back to the original thing where we started from school life, and if there was one thing, for example, now you guys have definitely learned a lot more since then. For example, what to do and not to do at school. How to be with others, friends, how friends work rather, how teachers work, and things like that. Yeah. What advice could you give? Anyone can go first, but what advice would you give to yourself I'm gonna ask three different questions, okay? So what advice would you give yourself at the start of year 7? If you could go now in a time machine and tell them, what advice would you give to your year 9 self? And what advice would you give to your year 11 self? These three questions. Who wants to go first?
Year 7, just enjoy your time. Year 9, yeah, like whatever you do, like picking your GCSEs and stuff, yeah. Um, try to don't stress yourself. Just pick them and whatever you like. Try to pick what you like pretty much. And then year 11, just remember if you fail your GCSEs, yeah, don't be like disheartened
Yeah.
because there's more to life. You can do like apprenticeship or just
Or you can
repeat
retake.
a year. Huh?
Or you can
Or you can
retake.
retake, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair.
There's this whole thing about GCSEs, like how can you base your like, for example, year 7 to 11, what is it? How many years? 4 years.
Five.
So
5
you're
years.
basing your 5 years.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. Wait, what? 4 years you almost.
No, 5.
7.
Year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, and year 11. That's 5. You're doing like 11
How?
take away
Yeah.
5.
Exactly, that's what I'm doing. But anyway, cut that bit out.
Wait,
So
11. Wait,
continuing
hold
back
on.
to-
My maths is not 11 take away 5. 11 take away 5 is 6. 11 take away 7. You're doing it.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
much is
sorry.
it?
That's 4. 11 take away 7 is 4, but you have to include year 7, year 8,
Yeah.
year 8, 9, 10, 11.
Anyway, point is, yeah, don't base your whole 5 years of your secondary school on these exams. How can like these exams just define you? Because that's all I'm gonna say. Doesn't really make sense, but if
Fair.
you understand, yeah, comment down below.
Yeah, if you understand, you comment down below, especially if you're going through year 11 right now, or year 10, or those kind of important ages. Comment what your experience is like right now. But speaking of experiences, Gareth, go on, you tell me, what would you say to year 7 Gareth, year 9 Gareth, and year 11 Gareth?
So for year 7, for my younger self, I'd say don't take things too seriously. And for year 9, I would say, like, when you get opportunities like Wimbledon Ball Boy, Duke of Edinburgh, and all of that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Duke of
Yeah,
Edinburgh
I
Award.
didn't like do it. So when I look back, I should have done it. But going on from that point, the thing is BS, man, about, oh, if you do this, you can add this to your NTS or your CV, or when you go uni. That's all BS, man. But experience-wise, I would have liked to do it. Not, yeah, just for the experience. And year 11, like what Daniel said, I could relate because I didn't do that well in my GCSEs. And what Daniel said, disheartened, that's how I felt. And yeah, it's not the end of the world. There are so many other paths and options in life. And uh, after your GCSEs, or even during your GCSEs, is not when you decide what, like, specifically, I want to do this. There's so much more time. You have so much more time in life. And when you think back, it's like, oh, why did I stress over that? It's nothing. And yeah.
Fair. I think that's very good advice, to be honest. I know no one's gonna ask me to tell my
Well,
one, so
but
I'll
you
No
just
see,
one
nominate
cares.
myself.
Moving on.
Oh, thank you, guys. Well, for my year 7 self, I would say, so I want to actually say, I have so many stories from secondary school, but if we ever do an episode just focused on me or just Gareth or whatever, I'll open up my other stories. But for my year 7 self, I would tell myself, like, nobody actually cares whether you do well or not. So stop focusing on that. Stop, like, kind of the same as Danielle and Gareth. Don't take things seriously. Chill out. You're a kid. Enjoy being a kid. Okay. Obviously you're at school for a purpose, so fulfill that purpose, but stop taking things so seriously and stop being so fixed on stuff. Year 9 self, I would say to my year 9 self, this is the middle point of your secondary school life. Be serious and understand that your actions have consequences, okay? And your mindset, you try to make yourself a stronger, more confident person. And my year 11 self, I would say, because in year 11 I completed memorizing the Quran, right? I would say to my year 11 self, don't get complacent just because you achieved something,
What does
okay?
complacement mean?
Complacent means don't settle, don't give up and drop your standards and become kind of lazy and loose just because you achieve something. So I'll tell my year 11 self, don't become complacent just because you've achieved one goal, because when you achieve one goal, it's the beginning of a new challenge, which is how to keep that goal safe. And Danielle will relate, like when you memorize the Quran, like religious stuff like that, the important thing isn't acquiring it, the important thing is keeping it protected and safe and honoring it, isn't that right, Danielle?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I would say to my year 11 self. And any people who are going through the school system right now, look, the guys will agree as well, it's a chill time. This is the part where you're learning how to be a human. Doesn't matter what country you're in, to be honest, but in the UK, since we're all here, or the ones speaking on this podcast are in the UK, relax, chill. Even if you're in college, just chill out, relax. Studies are studies. They're there to make you a brighter, better, more rounded person. Don't be educated by others. You look for education yourself, and you don't always have to learn what's on the screen, on the blackboard or the smartboard. You can go and find yourself and look for knowledge yourself and use that to build yourself up. And then people at university, take care of yourself. If you're finishing, or if you're just starting a degree, or you're finishing one like these two are, or you're doing a master's, hang in there. Everything's all good. And after this, next week maybe we'll touch up on it, Gareth. Thank you for the idea. But if you're finishing your university, cover yourself. You're about to be, after these exams and assignments, dissertations, you're going to be welcomed into a new world, the working world, and you need to be ready for it. Chill out, relax, don't stress. Would you guys add anything else? I'm doing a lot of talking, unfortunately, but would you guys add anything?
No.
No,
Not really.
not
No?
really.
You said
Let's
everything.
wrap it up. Quote
Yeah.
of the week.
So quote of the week from Danielle this week.
Okay, so the quote of the week is: enjoy the moment, don't stress about the future.
And there you have it. Enjoy the moment, don't stress about the future. I think that's a good quote. And lastly, this is very happy to say, when did we do the last podcast? Last week, right? So last week, I think we had 15 subscribers. Now we've got 19. So it increased by 4.
Damn,
No. Hold on. One step at a time. 19. EEN. Yeah. 19. 19.
Nice.
Okay. All right. And we've got 231 views. That's quite nice. It's gone from 100 and we had 100 and something to now 231. So we'll celebrate every little win that we can. And finally, last but not least, thank you to everyone who's subscribed. Please continue to watch our videos, like them, share it with your friends and family. Don't be shy. And do subscribe to our YouTube. Do follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We will be having clips on there very, very soon. Gareth, get on it.
I am. I'm working on it. We're getting there.
DM us as well.
You can talk to Danielle.
DM me.
You can talk to Danielle on our socials. And yes, hopefully you'll be hearing and seeing more of us very soon. But until next week, from myself and from the rest of us, thank you very much for listening or watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.